Now, we have a gentleman coming up here. The first person coming up is Mr. Mathis Huggins. He's going to explain a little bit about his experiences with Atomy, I assume.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me, my voice is a little hoarse. I'm relatively new in Atomy. I knew about Atomy, I would say, sometime back in September, but I really didn't pay it very much attention. And then later, early November, my sponsor, Doris Brown in Pennsylvania, called me and asked me whether I was certain that I have leukemia. And I told her, of course I have leukemia. She said, well, all the people that I know that have leukemia, their counts are going down because of this thing called hemohim. So I said, Doris, what are you talking about? She said, you have leukemia? I said, yes. Well, I'm talking about hemohim, the same thing I've been telling you about for months. She said, maybe it would be to your advantage to go and look at the website that I sent you. So I said, okay, bye, I'll talk to you later. Immediately, I went to the website and looked at it, went all through it and see what it was all about, realized that scientific information that was shown earlier, I understood it perfectly, and I knew come January, next week, the 6th hematologist, and of course, I expect my 18,000 white blood cell count to be back down to 11,000, from which they climbed about 3 months ago from 11,000 up to 18,000, which all of the bells started to go off. Short story, I got a hold of hemohim. And one day, a friend of mine, my neighbor across the street, his wife died, and of course, here comes the funeral. So I got up early one morning, got dressed. As usual, I started with the hemohim. I just took one packet, the little 20 milliliter packet, put it in my body, went to the funeral. Of course, the preacher preached, as they do at funeral, and then it was time to go to the graveyard for the burial. I didn't go to the graveyard. I went back home because I knew that the repast would be maybe an hour later. So I walked back to my house, and I arrived home. I went inside. Immediately, I took another hemohim. That was an enlightening moment. Immediately upon taking that second packet of hemohim, my sight got better. My hearing got better. My mind was laser sharp. That was the most exhilarating experience in my 66 years that I have ever experienced. Seemingly, there was not anything that I could not understand. There was anything that I could not do. I was totally blown away. Now, from that day to this day, I have not looked back, and with all the people that I have ever known, they now know about hemohim and Atomy. Now all of my associates all of a sudden wants to know, what is this thing? So I simply allowed them to take 2 packets and use it. And of course, they signed the papers that says no fees, no fees, no fees, no fees, no fees. They immediately signed. Now I got it so good, I have all the attention of all of the large churches in New York. So what I tell everybody is that your initial check will always be enough money to buy you a tank of gas. With this company getting involved, you will never have to worry about taking cash out of your pocket to buy gasoline for your vehicle, of which you know is the most expensive thing about a car, gas. You can pay for the car, but you can never stop paying for gas. So ladies and gentlemen, all of my family in South Carolina, as soon as my older sister give my younger sister all of the documents that I sent her a month ago, will be enrolled. And as it's stated, if you can push the line straight down, for which I committed an infraction until Minja got my attention and told me, Matthew, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. But immediately upon paying attention to the upline, it was restructured, and now we're going vertically, straight down. No horizontal movement, just straight down. And if you can just come out to these meetings, bring people with you, and allow them to partake for themselves, your job will be done for you. And stop trying to be individuals in a pluralistic society. America has a standing army on all fronts of over 1 million people ready to go at all times. So why are you working as one family, a husband and a wife, or significant others or partners? You're not going to make it. Incorporate all the people in your daily walk of life, and God knows you will make it. And lastly, that men set, that essence, the toner, the essence, and the lotion. I have psoriasis, but you wouldn't know that because I don't use the medication my dermatologist prescribed. I only use that. Now, I'm going to use some anatomical terms, so it's not going to affect your child. My scrotum is naturally dry, so it tends to inflame. It cracks. I simply use the essence, the toner, and the lotion on my scrotum. No more cracking. So I have another men's set at home because I bought 3 of them. On the 16th, the same day I'm seeing my hematologist, I'm seeing my dermatologist about 3 hours later. He gets that set. I got to go to the drugstore, whereas the medication for psoriasis is still in the drugstore. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to take it to him and let him see that it hasn't been used. And all of the other medication he gave me for my scrotum is unused because the men's set is doing all of that. And my skin is like a charm. Last story, my girlfriend used those day and evening sets. So one day she asked me, said, Matthew, do you see anything different about me? So naturally, I said, no. She said, but now literally, I did see something different. I just didn't know what I saw. She said, Matthew, I'm using the day and evening set. And I said, right, you don't have all the wrinkles anymore. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mathis. That was great. According to my sheet here, we have a young lady, Miss Sherry Linsey. Sherry here.
Hi, my name is Sherry. I was introduced to Atomy by my friend Kim. We both worked at Target for we know each other for 6 years now. And we both come to work complaining about how our bodies felt. And she said, Sherry, I want you to try this. And she gave me some probiotic because my insides was always bloated and cramped up and, so I couldn't go to the bathroom regularly and everything. So as soon as she gave me that same night, I went straight to the bathroom. So I don't miss a day. Without taking it, my insides feel way much better. Plus, I wasn't taking vitamins. Now the vitamins I take are very good, makes me feel much better inside. And I like the Him too. I can't really afford it too much, but when I take it, I know it's helping my body. It's making me feel better. So I'm happy that she introduced me to this program.
Thank you, Sherry.